Imagine you're standing at the bottom of a mountain. It's steep, the weather is rough, and the peak looks impossible to reach. Your legs are shaking before you even take the first step. That mountain is life, and your brain, your most powerful tool, decides whether you climb, stumble, or give up before you even start. Most people think resilience is something you're born with. Either you're tough or you're not. But that's wrong. Resilience is trainable. Your brain is like a muscle. It grows when you challenge it, and it weakens when you avoid the work. In the next 25 minutes, I'm going to show you how to train your mind so that when life hits you hard, and it will, you don't crumble. Instead, you adapt, you fight smarter, and you even grow stronger because of it. Chapter 1: Why the Brain Resists Difficulty. Let's start here. Why do most people shut down when things get hard? Your brain is ancient. It was designed for survival, not success. To your brain, anything that feels uncomfortable, public speaking, failing a test, losing a job, looks like danger. Your brain doesn't see the difference between a tiger in the jungle and a tough deadline at work. Stress is stress. So what does it do? It triggers fight, flight, or freeze. Fight, you get angry, lash out, or push recklessly. Flight, you procrastinate, avoid the task, binge Netflix instead. Freeze, you shut down completely, paralyzed by fear. Sound familiar? That's not weakness. That's biology. Your brain thinks it's protecting you. But here's the problem. Survival mode was useful when the threats were lions and starvation. Today, the threats are exams, interviews, heartbreak, bills. Running away doesn't save you, it traps you. This is why so many people quit when life gets hard. Not because they're lazy, but because their brain never learned how to tell the difference between real danger and modern discomfort. The key is to retrain that instinct. To show your brain discomfort is not death, struggle is not failure. Difficulty is the gym where your mental strength grows. Chapter 2: The Science of Training Your Brain. Here's the good news: your brain is plastic. Not literally, but in the sense of neuroplasticity. Every time you think, act, or feel, neurons fire. And the more they fire, the stronger the connections become. Struggle literally changes the wiring of your brain. If you quit every time things get hard, your brain builds the habit of quitting. But if you face struggle, even in small ways, your brain learns, I can survive this. I can grow. It's like weightlifting. Nobody walks into the gym and squats 200 kilos on day one. You start small. You stress the muscle. The muscle tears, repairs, and grows stronger. The brain works the same way. Stress applied in the right dose forces it to adapt. This is why scientists talk about stress inoculation. Just like a vaccine gives your immune system a small dose of a virus so it can handle the real thing, your brain gets stronger when you expose it to manageable doses of discomfort. So instead of running from every challenge, you can train your mind the way athletes, soldiers, and entrepreneurs do, through deliberate practice, controlled stress, and reframing. Chapter 3: Mental Training Techniques. Now let's break down the actual tools. These are proven methods to train your brain to handle anything. 1. Reframe the meaning of struggle. Imagine two people running up the same hill. One says, "This is torture." The other says, "This is training." Same hill, same pain, different mindset. Your interpretation decides whether your brain shuts down or powers up. When you say, "I'm stressed," your brain prepares to escape. But if you say, "This is practice," your brain leans in. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, tell yourself, "This is a rep." This is mental weightlifting. Suddenly, stress becomes fuel. 2. Build micro-discomfort habits. You don't start with life's biggest problems. You start small. Take a cold shower, skip sugar for a day, walk instead of driving short distances. Leave your phone outside the bedroom. These sound tiny, but they're reps. Each small discomfort teaches your brain, I can sit with this feeling and not run away. And when bigger storms come, a breakup, job loss, rejection, your brain already has the calluses. 3. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Elite athletes never just train their bodies, they train their minds. Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, used to visualize every single race in detail. The dive, the strokes, even what he'd do if his goggles filled with water. And guess what? In the 2008 Olympics, that exact thing happened. His goggles broke mid-race. But he had rehearsed it in his mind thousands of times. He still won gold. You can do the same. Before a big challenge, don't just imagine success. Imagine the struggle. Picture yourself calm under pressure. Your brain experiences it before it happens, making the real thing far less overwhelming. 4. The power of self-talk. Listen closely. Your inner voice is either your coach or your bully. When you say, I can't do this, your brain shuts down problem-solving circuits. But when you say, this is hard, but I'll figure it out, your brain keeps scanning for solutions. It sounds cheesy, but it's backed by science. Positive self-talk increases resilience, lowers stress, and boosts performance. Start small. Replace I'm failing with I'm learning. Replace this is too much with this is training. 5. Break down the impossible. Here's a secret. Your brain hates big, vague problems. Write a book. Start a business. Fix my life. Too big, too blurry. The brain freezes. The solution? Shrink it. Write 1 page. Make 1 call. Save $5. Do 1 push-up. Small wins tell your brain, see, progress is possible. And momentum takes over. 6. Mindfulness and stress reset. Sometimes, training your brain doesn't mean pushing harder. It means calming smarter. A simple 2-minute breathing exercise lowers cortisol, resets your nervous system, and brings clarity. Think of it as hitting the reset button. That's not weakness, it's strategy. Chapter 4. Real Stories of Mental Training. Let's bring this to life. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. He could have broken down. Instead, he reframed prison as his training ground for patience and leadership. He walked out stronger than ever. Elite soldiers undergo stress inoculation training. They practice with explosions, exhaustion, and chaos so that in real battle, they stay calm while others panic. Ordinary people do this too. Single parents raising kids, immigrants starting over with nothing, students working through rejection. They're training their brains every day. The difference is, they don't always realize it. You don't need to be famous or extraordinary to do this. You just need to practice. Chapter 5. The daily routine to train your brain. Training your brain doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need expensive courses, or to meditate on top of a mountain, or live like a monk. What you need is consistency. Small daily practices that add up over time. Think of it as brushing your teeth, but for your mind. Here's a simple blueprint. 3 steps. 3 reps a day. 1 morning discomfort. Start with resistance. The first thing you do each day sets the tone. If you choose comfort, scrolling on your phone in bed, hitting snooze 5 times, your brain learns that comfort is the priority. But if you choose discomfort, you tell your brain, I lead, not my feelings. Take a cold shower. Do 20 push-ups before breakfast. Journal about what you're avoiding. Wake up earlier than your comfort zone allows. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's something your brain doesn't want to do. That first win is mental weightlifting, and it makes every other challenge feel lighter. 2. Midday reframe. Turn stress into practice. At some point during the day, life will throw something at you. A rude email, a slow line at the bank, a task you don't want to touch. That's your training ground. Most people get angry, complain, or shut down. Instead, pause and say to yourself, this is training. Traffic, patience training. A difficult co-worker, communication training. A tough project, focus training. Suddenly, stress transforms from enemy to teacher. Every irritation becomes a rep, and you're secretly getting stronger while others waste their energy. 3. Evening reflection. Lock in the lesson. At night before bed, take 2 minutes to reflect. Write down one lesson from the day's struggle. It could be as simple as, I survived a stressful meeting and stayed calm, or I pushed through even when I didn't want to. This matters because what gets written gets remembered. It's like pressing save on a workout log. You're showing your brain, today's struggle wasn't just pain, it was growth. Over weeks, you'll look back and see proof. You're becoming tougher, smarter, calmer. That's it. Just 3 small practices. Morning discomfort, midday reframe, evening reflection. Simple, repeatable, powerful. Do them daily, and your brain rewires itself. In a few weeks, you'll notice the difference. In a few months, you'll feel unshakable. Conclusion. Here's the truth. Life will never get easier. The world won't suddenly remove obstacles for you. Stress, setbacks, rejection, they'll always be there. But that's not the point. The point is not to hope for an easy life. The point is to build a stronger mind. Your brain can either be your jailer or your greatest ally. If you let it run wild, it will trap you in fear, avoidance, and comfort. But if you train it, if you put in the reps, it becomes a weapon. No storm can break you. Think about it. The strongest people you admire, athletes, leaders, creators, survivors, they didn't get there because life was kind. They got there because they trained their brains to endure, adapt, and rise above. And you can do the same. So the next time life punches you in the gut, don't run, don't freeze, stand your ground. Look difficulty in the eye and say, you are not my enemy. You are my training partner. Instead of asking, why me? You'll start saying, try me. And that's when you realize every hardship is not here to crush you, it's here to build you. Every obstacle is not a wall, it's a gym. Every struggle is not punishment, it's practice. So go live, face the mountain, face the storm, face the fire. Because your brain is ready for it if you train it. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs it.